Welcome to JLM University. My name is Alex, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to replace the coil cable on your Power Pole Move ZR. For a list of recommended tools, please see the description below. And as always, the first step before doing any repairs on your Power Pole Move is to disconnect the power. We are ready to remove the navigation head. We are going to need to access the 7 brass screws that are running along the bottom here. For this video, I'm going to go ahead and raise it up so I can show you easier. Okay, now that we have all 7 brass screws removed from the bottom of the navigation head, we're going to go ahead and simply lift up. And you'll see it's just connected simply with this white connector. All you have to do is push the middle of the tab here, simply unplug. Alright, now that we have the navigation head removed and unclipped, go ahead and unplug the Lowrance transducer cable from your Lowrance unit if you are running the ZR with the built-in transducer. From here, you're going to push up on the transducer cable, removing the rubber plug from the wire, and push down on the wire to bring it around the clip as so. And then go ahead and pull it up and out. Now using your number 2 Phillips screwdriver, remove the 4 brass screws holding the mold over clamp in place. Now lift up on the mold over clamp and feed the wires through. Now the next step is to go ahead and pull up on the coil cable plug and remove it from the shaft. Remove the 2 bumpers by loosening the 2 socket head screws and pulling the water shield free. Remove the 2 screws securing the coil cable to the base circuit board. Next, we are going to remove the handle from the pull rope by using a screwdriver and pushing the top cap out from the handle. Use your pair of needle nose pliers to grab the knot and pull out of the handle. Now that the end of the rope is free, use the pliers to pull apart the knot, just like that. Go ahead and pull the handle off of the rope. Now we are going to remove the pin that holds the upper arm to the steering motor housing. While doing this, ensure that the weight of the shaft and prop motor is supported. Use your hammer and metal punch to drive the pin out. We now need to access the steering plug screw. We are going to do this by pulling up on the upper arm and the coil cable router, gently unsnapping it from the steering motor housing. Remove the screw holding the steering plug in place, then remove the plug from the steering motor housing. Once you've done this, you can open the upper arm fully, allowing you to access the coil cable. Remove the 4 screws holding the coil cable clamps to the upper arm. Remove the final screw that holds the coil cable to the baseboard. And now remove the coil cable from the unit. Be sure to remove the clamp from your coil cable. Now we are ready to install our new coil cable. Begin by installing the clamp to the end of the coil cable. Now slide the coil cable into position and secure by tightening the screw holding the clamp. Secure the coil cable by installing the middle and upper clamp. With the coil cable secure to the upper arm, it's time to place the upper arm back into position, connecting it to the steering motor housing. Feed the pull rope up from the bottom of the coil cable router. Now insert the steering plug into the steering housing and secure it by tightening the screw. Align the tabs on the coil cable router into the holes in the steering motor housing and snap them into place. Use your hammer to gently tap the pin through the upper arm and steering motor housing. Once you have the pin through, remember to place your bushing and to secure the pin with your 3/8 E-clip. Reinstall the pull rope handle by running the rope from the bottom out the top of the handle, tying a knot, and snapping the top cap into position. Next, we are going to apply dielectric grease to the coil cable terminals before tightening the screws down. From here, we are going to install the water shield along with the bumpers. Completely fill the cavities with dielectric grease on the back side of the water shield. Now lift up on the coil cable and slide the water shield into position, ensuring that the antenna is routed out the side and not pinched underneath. Now reinstall the bumpers underneath the water shield. Remember to use your torque wrench and to tighten down to the listed torque specs that can be found in the instructions. Now insert the coil cable plug into the top of the titanium shaft. When pressing down on the coil cable plug, make sure that the vent tube is lined with the notch on the side of the plug, and if you have the transducer model, make sure your transducer cable is also lined up on the opposite side of the coil cable plug. Next, we are going to route the transducer cable through the mold-over clamp. Now we are going to route our power connector through the same slot that our transducer cable is going through, and also the top of the vent tube is going to sit in this slot as well. Once we have it down, our screw holes will now be lined up. Now secure the mold-over clamp by inserting your 4 brass screws, and make sure that you are using brass screws, as this will prevent any possible interference with the navigation. Now that the mold-over clamp is secure, we can route our transducer cable through the bottom of the housing. Remember to reinstall the rubber plug, as this will help prevent moisture from getting into the navigation head. Also, make sure the transducer cable is routed on the side of the mold-over clamp underneath of the retainer. Now we're ready to plug in the navigation head. So we're going to take our white connector here, line it up with the tabs. You will actually hear it click once it's all the way in, just like that. Now the one thing you do want to note before you put this down, it's very important to watch how this wire is ran. There's a cradle here on the side, and we need to make sure that the tabs on this white connector are facing outward to the edge of the navigation head, just like this. It's going to sit nice and flush down in here, just like that. The front of the wire coming off here is going to lay in this middle slot, and on the back side of the cradle, this is very important. The backs of the wire, you need to use your finger and line up the wire into the cradle before you push it down. This is very important because if you run your brass screw through here, when we screw this back down and that wire is overlapping, we're going to damage the wire. So we need to be very careful that we use our finger and push down as we put this navigation head down, just like this, to avoid the screw going through the wire. All right, now we're ready to tighten back the brass screws with our number 2 Phillips screwdriver. All right, now remember, when we're tightening our 7 brass screws, we are going to be working in a star pattern to make sure everything seats evenly. And that is how you replace the coil cable on your Power Pull Move ZR. Thank you for watching.